Hello SS1 commerce students, you're welcome to class. In today's lesson, we are going to be treating the topic specialized banks. And under the types of specialized bank, we are going to be looking at development banks, um, merchant banks, and mortgage banks. Let's start. Now, basically, a specialized bank is referred to as a bank that carries out special banking functions. Specialized banks carry out specialized banking functions. They don't carry out the general banking functions. For example, we have different types of specialized banks, but for today we are going to look at three of them. Number one, development bank. A development bank is a specialized bank that provides medium and long-term loans in order to execute capital projects. It is a specialized bank that provides long-term loans in order to carry out or establish capital projects. What are the functions of the development banks? Number one, they provide funds for capital projects. That is, if governments of a country or large business organizations want to carry out projects that is capital intensive, they approach a development bank. Examples of those kind of capital projects include projects on infrastructure, projects on agricultural development, projects on tourism, and what have you. Number two, manpower training. Specialized bank, that is development banks, help to train manpower for um, gainful employment in the country. They help to train individuals in different facets of employment in the country. Number three, improvement of government policies. They help governments to execute their policies by providing specialized advice and technical know-how in order to execute the project. They help governments to provide funds in order to implement their projects. Number four, they render special advice. As I said earlier, they provide technical know-how and support to help government to actualize their economic policies. They also help large institutions or organizations to help them to actualize their dream by providing financial and technical support. Number five, development supervision of development projects. They help organizations to supervise their development projects in order to help them to successfully execute them. Now, merchant bank. A merchant bank is defined as an organization or a specialized bank that is involved in the provision of medium and long-term loans. They help to provide funds for foreign traders in foreign exchange or foreign trade transactions. And finally, they act as acceptance houses for the onward subscription of new. They help to accept bills of exchanges and help to discount them, and also help as an issuing house for new securities. Now, the first merchant bank in Nigeria is the Nigerian Acceptance Limited, established in 1966. Nigerian Acceptance Limited, that was established in 1966, was the first um, merchant bank. Now, the difference between a merchant bank and a commercial bank is that merchant bank help to provide long-term loans and medium-term loans. That is large capital, but not as much as that of a development bank. And they also help to issue securities, that is shares, new shares. Are you with me? So that differentiates them from a regular commercial bank. And most times they act as they help commercial banks to clear their bills of exchanges. So that's what differentiates them from a commercial bank. What are their functions? Number one, they help to discount bills of exchanges. They accept and discount bills of exchanges. As I said earlier, discounting of bills of exchanges means helping an individual to pay up his debt and charging him interest on that. Then they provide loans for the foreign traders, that is, traders that are engaged in international trade, they can approach merchant banks to acquire large capital in order to invest in foreign trade. The next one is advice to companies. They provide financial advice to companies who desire to invest so that they can invest wisely. Then underwriting of shares. As I said earlier, they help to issue new shares. So they basically function in the primary market of the stock exchange market, or basically of the capital market. Then you have provision of long-term and medium-term loans. As I said earlier, they provide large capital for investment. So the next one is mortgage bank. A mortgage bank is a specialized bank that deals specifically on acceptance of deposits and providing of loans for individuals in order to carry out building purposes, that is, building of houses. They accept deposits from the investing public, accumulate this capital, and lend it out as loans for individuals that are interested in building building projects, or people that want to build houses. Now, I will say that what are the functions of mortgage bank? Number one, acceptance of deposits. They accept deposit, as I said earlier. Number two, provision of loans, basically. So they help to provide loans for individuals that desire to build houses, and they charge interest on these loans. Number four, they help to develop mortgage institutions. That is, businesses that are involved in real estate. They can help, mortgage bank can help them to develop their businesses. Then they give advice on housing matters. They are experts in building. So they give advice to individuals that desire to build houses. Then the last one, they provide houses to individuals. They provide houses at cheap costs to individuals that are in need of houses. So those are their functions. So we've come to the end of the lesson. If you have questions, please post in the question and answer section, and have a wonderful day. Thank you.